Definitely wanted to go with our best foot forward, and this is the fight to do it with. You know, this isn't his nickname, it's the nickname I've created for him. I call him the Terminator. Cain Velasquez absolutely will not stop till he finishes you. And Junior Dos Santos is a guy who has great takedown defense, knockout power in both hands, and has great jiu-jitsu if it goes to the ground. Whether this fight goes 30 seconds or 30 minutes, it's going to be a war.
But the action is going to be guaranteed inside the octagon.
Absolutely. No, this was, if I had to bet everything, which I am, this was the fight to do first.
Everybody knows it, but they want to get confirmed directly from you. Whose idea was to put this event on November 12th, the same day that Pacquiao Marquez?
Well, that was the date that Fox gave us. You know, if you look at, we do 34 fights a year, right? We're going up against the NFL, Major League Baseball, NASCAR, college football, college basketball, boxing, WWE, the list goes on and on. So we can't tiptoe around dates. Listen, we get the dates we get, and it is what it is.
And we spoke with Bob Arum last week regarding
Isn't
about
he an idiot?
this.
He's an idiot.
Basically, he told us like UFC, it's a monopoly, and your fighters don't get paid shit. What do you have to respond about that?
Yeah, the UFC is a monopoly. Back when Bob Arum, when we bought this thing, you know what Bob Arum was saying? This is the dumbest idea ever. The UFC will never work. People don't want to see guys rolling around in their underwear. The Fertittas are idiots. They're going to lose oodles of money. Now it's a monopoly? All of a sudden it's a monopoly, huh? Bob talks out both sides of his neck. Bob's a moron.
So, seeing the fights like last Saturday, Mayweather, Ortiz, do you ever want to see, are we going to see something like that inside UFC?
No, I hope you never see something like that inside the UFC. And just to not take a dig at boxing, it was actually the referee that blew that thing. It's one of the biggest beefs that I have right now is officiating. I have a big problem with officiating right now in all of combat sports. It needs to be fixed. It's a big problem. And Joe Cortez is the one that blew that fight. And listen, it's easy to hate Floyd Mayweather. You know, it's easy to hate Floyd. Floyd actually fought a good fight. He was aggressive, coming forward, trying to finish the fight. And the worst thing that you can do in boxing, the worst foul, is an intentional headbutt. And not only did he intentionally headbutt him in that round, but he had been headbutting him the whole fight. He'd been rubbing his head in his face the whole fight. And I actually bet on Ortiz too, just so you know. And me and Floyd don't have the best relationship in the world. It's easy to hate Floyd, but you can't blame Floyd for that fight.
This is a question from the fans. Have you ever thought the crazy idea to bring Floyd Mayweather to the UFC?
Dude, Floyd Mayweather won't fight Pacquiao. You think he's going to fight in the UFC? Come on.
So this is a good event inside the Los Angeles area, Hispanic community. So how you get the response to the youngsters that they're growing with this sport?
Say that again?
And how you try to get into those youngsters, is Hispanic or Latino people that then growing up with this sport?
Get them growing up with the sport? Yeah, I think as we continue to get more distribution on the fights like this Fox fight and all the other things that we have planned with these guys over the next 7 years. I became a huge boxing fan watching all the big fights on ABC's Wide World of Sports when I was growing up. So I think a lot of people are going to experience that too through our Fox deal.
Because you don't change just the sport, you change the whole tradition. Mexican fans used to grow up wants to be a boxer, but now everybody wants to see, you see an 8-year-old kid wants to be a UFC fighter.
It's true. Well, here's the thing. When you and I were growing up, and the big thing, throughout the world, people would get into karate or taekwondo as far as martial arts. In Latino world, it was a boxing. Boxing was, but globally, no matter what country you come from, what color you are, what language you speak, mixed martial arts is the new combat sport that everybody's training in and everybody wants to be in. And now, contrary to what Bob Arum says, there's a lot of money involved in this sport, and these guys make millions of dollars, and you're going to see a lot of guys getting involved.
So basically, let's topic about Bob Arum. He basically says, one day we're going to see a fighter getting paid like Pacquiao?
Yeah, guess what, Bob? This sport's been around for 10 years. Your sport's been around for 100 years. You know what I mean?